Dr. Yorgi Mavros. So I'm a senior lecturer at the University of Sydney in the Faculty of Health Sciences, and my research program is looking at ways that we can keep cool when it's hot overnight and improve our sleep quality. The problem we're sort of trying to tackle here is the obvious solution is to turn on your air conditioner and the problem goes away, right? So you turn on the aircon, it'll cool your room down and that's okay. So the problem is not everyone has accessibility to air conditioning, particularly if you're a renter. It's up to your landlord to have installed air conditioning, and then the air conditioner might not be very sort of energy efficient, so it might be quite costly to run. So we're really trying to come up with solutions for people who don't have access to air conditioning. First thing is, and a lot of people do this already, but just simply using a fan. That's what we're testing out now, but we're trying to test out the upper limits. So I can say from work done by previous people, for the temperatures that we typically would experience here in Sydney and in Australia, for the most part, turning a fan on will be perfectly fine and will work to improve your sleep. So if the temperature in your room is about 30 degrees and it shouldn't really be above that by the time you go to sleep, a fan will be quite effective at cooling you down and helping you stay cool and help you get to sleep and stay asleep. And it does this by increasing the rate at which we can exchange heat with our environment and lose heat. Typically, when we're going to sleep, we want to actually give off heat and our core temperature will actually drop at around sleep time. And it should hit its lowest at about 3 a.m. in the morning and then start to rise. So when you're going to bed, it's usually a time where we're trying to lose heat into the surrounding environment. And a fan can actually help you do that, particularly when the air temperature is below 35 degrees. So the simple solution is if you don't have aircon, you can just turn on a fan. The flip side to that is some people don't like the noise and they don't like the feeling of the air blowing across them. So in those instances, I guess I would recommend to try and prevent your bedroom from heating up in the first case. So ways that we can do that are blocking the sun coming in through windows. So using blinds to block the sun, this will prevent your bedroom heating up. So at some point, you'll notice that your bedroom might be hotter than the environment outside. So that's a good opportunity to actually open windows and try and let as much heat out of your bedroom before you go to bed. And that way you can sort of lower the environmental temperatures inside. If you can keep your window open and that's suitable for you, then throughout the evening, that will increase airflow and that will increase heat exchange. So a ceiling fan is definitely the best option if you had that luxury. So the reason why a ceiling fan is better is they're typically quieter. So you can get them now with very quiet DC motors. So you won't actually hear the noise that they produce. And for some people, that noise can be a deterrent from going to sleep. They also give you a very uniform distribution of airflow. So what's nice about them is you won't notice this sort of warping of air and it'll be pretty uniform across your body, so it will be constant, and that again is typically preferable for people. If you don't have a ceiling fan, then yeah, you're stuck with a pedestal fan, and I guess the problem with those is they sometimes can only point to certain parts of your body, and the airflow isn't necessarily constant, so you might feel it sort of coming and going a little bit. It's sort of just chucking air at you and it's a bit turbulent. So I would recommend a ceiling fan for those that are able to install one or have one available to them. What we're trying to do is achieve a comfortable climate under our bedding. The problem with hot weather is after you've taken your doona off, your bed sheet off, you're down into your undies or naked if you're sleeping alone and that's what you do, there's nothing else you can do. So if it's still too hot at that point, that's when we need to come up with an alternative solution. And that's why we talk about adding airflow, because that can actually help cool you down and make you feel more comfortable.